everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cooking Blind with me, Yolanda. Today I'm going to share with you guys a beautiful family recipe that I learned from my Zia Franca this past July when we were in Italy on vacation. With the autumn harvest season upon us, it is the perfect recipe for a chilly night. So grab your aprons, get into your kitchens, and let's go make Zia Franca's vegetable minestrone. Come on, let's go. Before we get into the kitchen and start cooking, I'm going to ask you to please show me some love and help me grow my channel. Please hit that subscribe button and become a loyal subscriber. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified of any future videos coming your way. Give me a thumbs up or 2 thumbs up or a like, whatever you prefer. And please leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from and if you have any suggestions for future videos. I always love to read your comments. Now, let's get our aprons on and let's get cooking. All right, to begin, I'm going to show you what I have here. In this pot, I have some dry lentils that I pre-soaked and I boiled with a little bit of salt and a clove of garlic and some bay leaf. So very basic. You can either do that the day before or the morning of. Preferably a couple of hours before you're going to start your minestrone. So you want that done, or you can always use canned, your choice. So that's one. And then the second thing that I have here is I have some dried cannellini beans, which I've also pre-soaked and boiled with a bay leaf, a clove of garlic in salted water. And but if you'd like, you want to skip these steps, you can use canned lentils and canned beans. It's your choice. I had the dry ones on hand, so I made sure that I got those ready and pre-boiled, ready to go. So we want a fairly large pot because this will make quite a bit of quite a few servings, which is wonderful because you can have leftover minestrone the next day for lunches, or you can just freeze a batch and have it ready for another chilly night when you're in a bind, in a pinch, and you don't know what to make. So in our large pot, we're going to put about 1 or 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, got that done. And we're going to throw in two green onions that I've chopped up. So we're going to put that in. Ooh, hot stuff. All right. Okay, we are going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Not too much because we can always adjust later. And you just want to saute this for a couple of minutes. Okay, to this we're going to add about 3 or 4 potatoes, and they're largely cubed. Okay. And they were soaking in a little bit of water, so no worries. All right, guys, I've added more water, and our potatoes, as you can see, have come to a boil. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 bouillon cubes. Now, I have a beef and a vegetable, but what you can do is if you, sorry, a beef and a chicken, my apologies. But if you prefer to keep it all vegetarian, you could put 2 vegetable bouillons, or if you enjoy more meat, you can do 1 chicken, 1 beef, you can do 2 beef, whatever makes you guys happy. Okay, you want to throw that in, the 2 bouillons. Start flavoring it. You've got the onion, the green onion, the salt, the pepper. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes or until our potatoes are fork tender. So we're going to set about a half-an-hour timer, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alexa, set a potato timer for 30 minutes.
Potato timer, 30 minutes, starting now. Your potato timer is done.
Alexa, turn off timer. Okay guys, our potatoes should be about fork tender. I'm just checking on them. Yep, right through. So we are good to go there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get our crafty little immersion blender, and we are going to start blending the potato and broth mixture together. Okay, there we go. And what we're looking for, we want this to come nice, pureed and creamy. That will give us the base to a beautiful hearty creamy soup. Just about there. Okay, so that part is done. All right, next. Okay, give it a good stir. Oh yes, beautiful, nice and creamy. So this will give us a nice creamy base. Okay, and to this we're going to add about 1 cup of tomato puree. Okay, try to get everything out there. Okay, stir it up. All right, perfect. Okay guys, now we are ready for all of our vegetables to go in. So we're going to start with, I have here 1 large onion. This is onion, yes it is. And this is the white sweet onion, so we're going to put that in. Okay, and it's, you know, bite-sized pieces. Okay, if you like your pieces a little bit larger, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, and then we're going to add, this is celery, correct? Mm-hmm. Yes. I've got about 3 stalks of celery. And don't worry, I will leave you a full recipe with all the measurements in the description box, so not to worry. Okay, we've got that down. And what do we got here? We've got some carrots. So basically, this would amount to the Holy Trinity. Your carrots, your onions, and your celery. So we've got that. Let's give this a stir in the meantime. And all these nice, good veggies are going to give your minestrone an amazing flavor. Okay. Got everything nicely mixed up. Okay, next we are going to add, if I can find it. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys. This is the fennel stems. So you know when you buy your anise, the fennel, you're taking just the top part, just the leafy stems with the the little, like, they look almost like a fir, like a dill. You can see the fir and the stem pieces. And you want to cut this as well small. So you want to put that in because that's going to give it an awesome flavor, that licorice flavor. Okay. And what else are we adding here? Now here I have about 2 or 3 more potatoes, small potatoes that I cubed very small. So we're going to add that in as well. Okay. Give it a stir. Now guys, if you want to make your life easy, as my one of my favorite chefs that I like to watch too on YouTube, Jean-Pierre, I think it is, he says mise en place, which is get your stuff ready before. Have everything ready, because it does, it's true. It does make your cooking experience so much easier. Okay, so you want to pre-dice all this stuff, and you can do that while your potatoes are cooking. So this is all nicely mixed. Okay, I think we have one more item to add. And let's see here, what else do I have? Lastly, I have some cut up zucchini. Now what I've done to my zucchini is I've added a little bit of salt, about 1 or 2 teaspoons of salt. And what that helps it do is drain all the bitter liquid from the zucchini. So you want to do that prior to you putting this in. So we're going to add our zucchini. And our pot is starting to get nice and full here. And I'm not worried because all these vegetables are going to cook down. Give it another nice stir. Now, if you see that it's too thick, just add another cup or 2 of water. Don't be afraid. Okay, I can see mine is quite thick, so I will be adding another cup or 2 of water. And then also remember, your vegetables will also break down and become watery as well, so you don't want to add too much as they cook. Okay, so that is perfect. So I will be adding that 1 cup of water, and then we're going to put the lid on it and we're going to let it simmer for about an hour, and we'll be back shortly after the time is up. Okay guys, about an hour has passed, so we're going to check on our soup. It is bubbling away very nicely. Beautiful. Still good liquid. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our spices right now. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to add in, first thing we're going to add in, I gotta figure this out, okay, is our 2 teaspoons of oregano. Now I'm putting dried oregano, and as I always say, if you have the fresh one, go and use the fresh. And about 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds. Put that in too. Okay, perfect. Got all that nice spice. You can smell it. Okay, now next thing we're going to add in is our, oops, take that off. We're going to add in our cooked beans. Okay, and it's fine if you have some of that cooking liquid or the canning liquid. Okay, you can go ahead and put that in. All right, our beans are in. Next, we're going to be adding our lentils. And again, you want to add that cooking liquid because it's got the nice garlic flavoring and the bay leaf flavoring. All right guys, all our lentils are in, our beans are in, all the nice veggies from before, everything's in. Now just be careful when you're stirring this, because you don't want to go and break all your lentils. So just be careful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid back on, and we're still going to let it simmer another half an hour so that our lentils and beans and vegetables with the broth gets all nice incorporated. Okay, and then we have one last final step, and then we are ready to eat. Okay, so we're going to put this on a low simmer. And where's my lid? Here. Okay. All right. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
And we'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to give it a nice stir. I'm going to go nice and slow. Okay. Lots of good veggies in here. Okay. And don't worry if your vegetables all sank to the bottom. That's perfectly normal. Okay, just gonna move them around. Like I said, be very careful when you're stirring now. Okay, that's perfect. All right, one last step, guys. We're almost there. I know it's a long one, very labor intensive, but trust me, you'll love this. So what we're going to do here, I have about 1 cup of mixed pasta. It's all assorted. As you can see, it's all broken pieces. I've got little tubes, little pieces of lasagna. Now, I found this in Italy. It comes in a package. It is a mixed bag of small cut pasta. But you can do whatever you like. If you like penne, go ahead, put penne in. If you like shells, go put shells. If you want to mix it, do whatever you want to do. So we're going to put this pasta in, straight in. It doesn't have to be pre-boiled. And you're going to cook it to package directions. Okay. And the whole idea is you want some of that starchiness to release in your soup, because it will make your soup thick and creamy. Okay, I'm just gonna stir it in. And this will also absorb some of that extra water that we have here. All right, so we've got it all mixed in. Okay, we're gonna set a timer. The package says about 10 to 12 minutes, so I'm gonna go somewhere in between. I'm gonna go 11 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 11 minutes.
11 minutes, starting now.
All right, and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, our timer is going off. Our pasta should be nicely cooked. Alexa, turn off timer. All right, so we're going to turn it off. Give it a stir. Okay, all our beautiful lentils and beans, all our veggies, the pasta. I mean, this is a meal in one bowl pretty much. You don't have to eat anything but maybe a little garlic bread or a little salad after this. But you have a nice bowl of this and you are set. Okay, now our last step is we're going to check the seasoning. So we're going to just re-season just a tiny bit, not a lot. Okay, should be good. And where's my pepper? good there. And one last touch. We are going to put some fresh olive oil on top, just about a couple of tablespoons, okay? And that will just give it that fresh olive oil taste. You're not cooking it. Okay, I'm gonna stir this up, and then we are ready to serve. All right, guys, as you can see, we have served. So I'm going to go in and taste a little bit of this beautiful minestrone. Reminds me of my Zia Franca in Italy. It is so good, full of vegetables, nice and creamy from that potato that we blended at the beginning. Definitely get into your kitchens and try this. I know it takes a little bit of time, but it is a dish that your family will sit down to and they will just be in awe. If you like this recipe and you want to try another one of my recipes, head on over to my creamy butternut squash soup recipe, which is another great soup for the autumn harvest season. And I also want to say to my Zia Franca, Zia, spero che ti ho fatti i complimenti e spero che ho fatto una bella copia della tua buonissima minestra. So I hope I did her proud, and I will see you all on the next video. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing, but I will come up with something good. So please get into your kitchens, cook for your families, ignite your senses, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.